Next tool we are going to talk about is clone stamp tool, and many things how does it work is very similar. We also going to work on the empty layer. We can rename it to whatever we want. Also, as the sample, in this case we will be working with current below, and we also can set the hardness of the brush depending on the task we are going to do in this case. So with healing brush tool, I pretty much always work with hard-edged brush. In the case of clone stamp tool, I rarely work with hard-edged brush. So this is the first difference. The other difference is how does it work. In the case of healing brush, we actually copy the texture and the color is adjusted to the area, to the surrounding area. In the case of clone stamp, we copy the texture and we copy the color, and you can see this simply by doing the same thing as before. You choose S once again if you want to switch to clone stamp, it shows S. Once again, J would be for healing brush. I'm going to press Alt or Option in some location to take the sample, to copy, in this case, texture and the color, and I'm going to place it somewhere else. And as you can see, from this area, I copied everything, including the texture, including the color, exactly to this area. So it gives us some more possibilities for precise work, but it also creates some difficulties, because in the case of healing brush, it works perfect for small spots. Though if you would like to work with clone stamp on the small spots, our work would be much slower. Why? Simply because we would have to manually do every single part of the job. So in this case, I would have to clone it and cover it strongly. Clone it and cover it, and not always be sure that the color fits. So as you can see, healing brush offers much faster workflow, though there are some places that healing brush doesn't work so well. And I see one small hair over here, and I'm going to show you an example. If I would work with healing brush, I just switched, pressing J on the keyboard, and I want to sort it out somewhere on the edge. Sometimes you can see what I'm getting here is this not very precise transition. So as you can see, I got some black color from the eyelashes over here because the healing brush does not work so well on the edges, because it's trying to adjust the color from surrounding areas. So in this case, what I want to do a few steps back by pressing Command or Control and Z on the keyboard. I'm going to choose clone stamp. I might soften the hardness for easier work in this case. I'm going to copy the area from here, precisely adjust it here. I got a little too far, so step back, and then precisely cover it here, go up, and as you can see, I'm not getting any weird transition between the eyelashes and the background. Also, down here, I can easily work inside the areas and close to the edges to fix this sort of things. Also, I have another hair here. I could try with healing brush, and actually it's working not bad, but I'm getting small transition of color here. If I would work with clone stamp, as you can see, I'm not getting any transition. So depending on the task, I'm choosing healing brush or I'm choosing clone stamp. Of course, if the hair stand out quite far or we have spots that are quite far from the edges, the healing brush might be a better choice. But if we get close to the edges or we have quite difficult areas, sometimes working with clone stamp might give you better results and save some time.